You're obviously looking at the city of Jerusalem, the most prominent probably view that you see is the Temple Mount. That is where the temple once stood. The temple where Herod built that great temple. Remember we talked over in Caesarea? He built another one over there. A couple things that we know about this place. You see that little gate entrance over there in the middle? It's walled up. That's the Eastern Gate. You hear songs talked about the Eastern Gate. One day Jesus is going to come through.
Where the two arches are?
Yes, through the Eastern Gate. Jesus would have rode his donkey down. We're going to do that next, down through the Eastern Gate. You might be able to see some steps going up into that wall. Could have very well been where Jesus, when he was a baby, was brought to be dedicated. If you remember the story of Anna and Simeon, they see the baby at his dedication. Notice all the tombs. Look at the tombs all around the Mount of Olives. Who wouldn't want to be buried here on the Mount of Olives when Jesus comes back? And here's all these tombs. It brings to life what Jesus said about the Pharisees. He said, "You're nothing but a bunch of whitewashed tombs." So you can see how that looks. Of course, we're on the Mount of Olives. I mean, this is where it took place. This is the last place where Jesus left. He ascended into heaven. And it's interesting because he's coming back to the exact same place. He's going to set his feet up on the Mount of Olives. The Bible says in Zechariah 14, when the Messiah sets his feet up, the mountain is going to part in two. So you are on the mountain before it splits in two. So you're taking a good look of the Kidron Valley. That's down in that way. This will lead on down to the Garden of Gethsemane. We'll see a garden pretty soon. But you can see all the different things. If you look way off in the distance, you'll see another dome. Can you see that? It's gray shaped in the back.
Yeah.
That's the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where some believe Jesus was crucified. I think it's interesting. That dome was here before the Temple Mount. And it was in a dome shape. And so the Muslims came along and they decided they were going to make theirs dome shape and make it a lot nicer. You can see theirs because it's all golden and beautiful. You can't see it, but right on the other side of this tree is called the City of David. Now you're going to be in for a shock because you always think of this as the City of David. The City of David was a little on the side, just a little walk around. You'll see how small it was. But we'll stop here. We'll let you take some pictures. This is where you want to get some pictures with your family to get this in the background, and then we'll turn it over.